Oh, look, show what showed up today. So I ordered a wireless charger for a phone charger for my Model 3, 2020 Model 3. I was in my friend Nicole's car and I saw that she had a wireless charger. They're going, wait a minute, that's a 2021 and after. Well, it turns out, so I looked at it a little bit further, and it's an aftermarket. All right, so this one comes from Taptes or taptes.com. Um, it looks pretty cool, actually. Um, According to the website, it costs like $35. I don't remember if that's what it cost or not, but um, let's open up and see what we got. Okay, in case you're wondering, here's the instructions. It's a simple one page. It's a three-fold, but it's just one page. And on the back, if you want to challenge yourself, or if you happen to find this easier, I believe this is Mandarin. Okay, and the product did ship from China, so that's not a big surprise. Okay, this is the charger pad itself. And then in the box, you have these various cords. So these are the splitters. And then these, if I understood it right, will actually connect to the pad. So with the splitters, well, you may not know this, I don't know. So I do have my second USB port used by the thumb drive for security. Well, then that's not going to work if you have to unplug one, right? So anyway, you can split the USB-A's. So and the end result is I end up with 4 USB-A's in the center console, with one of them being available after everything else is done. So that sounds pretty cool, huh? All right, so let's get this show on the road, shall we? Anyway, oh, just a reminder, it's taptes.com. So I'm going to redo some of the videos that I did last night. I did them by light of flashlight, which didn't show up very well. So this is the base pad you get in a 2020 Tesla Model 3. It doesn't do any wireless charging. It's just a place to put your phone. Okay, this is what comes with the car. No big deal. Okay, and so the purpose of this video is to show putting in our wireless charging pad. Okay, let's get after it. Okay, here's what it looks like without the pad on. I had previously done a video that showed that these grooves here, you can run a cable through it. So like I have an iPhone, you could run an iPhone cable up and have it sticking up here, and you can plug in your phone. Here's the back side of the pad, and of course the front side. Okay, let's talk. Okay, this is the front side of the new wireless charging pad. Here's the back side with the 2 cables plugged in. So there's a, what is it, micro USB? There's these 2 micro USB cables. They have to be plugged in. And on the other side, they're USB-A's. These USB-A cables will be fed through these 2 openings down below. And here's the 2 USB-A ports available underneath the phone pad. Right now I don't have the USB drive plugged in. So right now I have the USB cables started into the openings. You'll have to make sure that the cables go all the way through, because any excess cable will force the pad up and not anchor tightly. There are 4 of these little holes. I'm not sure they really hold it, but the pad should sit into these holes. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so now the wireless pad is sitting on this little shelf. it's ready to go on from the top end viewpoint. Now we need to plug in all the stuff in the bottom. Okay, this is the left side wire. Note that I don't have a USB drive plugged into this. So this will be the left side. This will be the right side cable. Note that the one side of the Y has the USB drive already plugged into it. So in the older Model 3s, I'm not sure about the Model Ys, but the older Model 3s, the USB drive will go in under the shelf. There's no outlet in the glove box for it. Okay, there you go, all plugged in. Boy, I have a lot of dust floating around in my car, don't I? All right, anyway, all plugged in, ready to go. All it's left to do is push this down. Not that you really have to push it down, but in order to make everything ready to go, that's what you have to do. So let's see if I can set up some testing to make sure this works. So for the USB drive, he definitely did not like being plugged in on the Y. So I had to pull that one, I've had to pull the right side out and plug the USB drive directly in, which means the wireless charging pad is now being driven off of one port with the Y. That may be why there was a thing where you could order a booster. Okay, I didn't get a booster, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. But at least I have my USB drive working. All right, so now I have my phone on the left side of the charging pad, and it is charging. Okay, my phone's on the right side of the pad, is charging. Interesting, it shows both orange lights, like as if it's charging on both sides. And if I turn my phone around, okay, well, it looks like it will charge if your phone's like this as well. Interesting. All right, so fun times. Appears I have a wireless charger. Should treat your equipment with more respect, Ray. Back that up. Is it actually charging? Yes, it is actually charging. Okay, so there we go. I have a wireless charger in my car. I have the USB drive is active. Both sides of the wireless pad seem to be working just fine, so that's exciting. And I have an extra splitter that I guess I could put it in the back if I really need to have an extra port. I know that I don't know how you say it, taptes.com also has a deal where you can put it down here in the bottom, and it gives a little compartment to store your USB drive. It helps organize basically what outputs you need. It's kind of tempting to help secure, so to speak, the USB drive, because those people who know what that drive is know that they want to take that drive if they have an accident with you or something happens. Right, take away the USB drive and the camera footage is almost gone. And I say almost gone because Tesla also captures the video, but they don't store it. Okay, anyway, there you go. So far so good. I'm not sure how much it's charging at, but since I use this charger if I'm driving some distance, even if it only adds 10% or 20%, it's still adding a fair amount for the period of time it's going to be there. And yes, it tends to be more about longer trips. And neither one of my cars that I use the wireless charger. Anyway, um, I'm pretty happy with it. Um, so if you have an older Model 3 that doesn't have wireless charging, this might be a reasonable thing to put in. If you want wireless charging. I know there are those people who are absolutely against wireless charging because it's inefficient. But from my viewpoint, I got to put my phone down somewhere, and I typically use when I'm driving. Although if I'm on FSD, I can't use it to record it at that point. But I'll use the wireless charger for recording. I mean, I'll use my phone for recording of stuff, of videos. So it's helpful to have the phone there as opposed to in my pocket. So there you go. I'm pretty happy with it so far. If I run into any kind of problems with this, I will update you. I'll let you know. But I think we're in business for now. Okay, so here's the website, taptes.com. I just did a search for wireless phone charging, and this is what comes up. I'm also looking at these indicators. So if it's a solid, it says orange and it looks orange, then it's charging. So if it's white, then it's done charging, it's fully charged. If it's dark, it's not charging at all. And then down here we have a flashing orange. Flashing orange indicates there's some kind of error. Okay, so this indicates that's $49.99. So for Model 3 with 2 USB-A ports is what I end up getting. So there you go. I'm not really sure when I put my phone like this. I said at first it's charging, but it was also kind of switching back and forth between the lights. So I'm not sure it was really charging, but definitely vertical, yes, it was charging on either side. So there you go. The other thing I noticed was when I start the car, so to speak, both lights will turn orange and then turn off. For what that's worth. Anyway, there you go.